Hope all of you are very fine. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, then subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos like this. Number 9. Saint Alama, Istanbul. Set in Istanbul, this series revolves around an impossible love. Shahzad, a resilient and hopeful young woman studying in medical school, dreams of a bright future with her beloved Farhad. However, their lives are turned upside down when Farhad is wrongfully sentenced to death. In a desperate attempt to save him from the gallows, Shahrazad turns to Bukbe, a man known for his dark influence, but there is a catch that she is unaware of. No favor from Bukbe comes without a price, as the unhappy marriage of Bukbe's daughter Shirin and his nephew Kubat intervenes with his plans to maintain his empire. Everyone's life will be irrevocably changed, and nothing will ever be the same again. Number 8. Kara Zohal Artam, a personal development expert at the peak of her career, has achieved success through her consulting on love and relationships as well as her published books. However, despite her persona as a modern, urban, and a beautiful woman, she is entirely different in the home that she shares with her father and sisters. At the age of just 17, after losing her mother due to a traumatic event, Zohal's life was turned upside down. She devoted herself to raising her three sisters and lived the life of her mother, who was in the grave, until she approached her 40s, never straying from the commands, service, and word of her strict, extremely obsessive father, Chetin. Number 7. Sya Kalp. Sumru left the children she gave birth at a young age and built a new life and family for herself. Malik and Nu learned their mother's identity from their grandfather's final words and set out to find her. Sumru, who is now married to one of the Cappadocia's wealthiest businessmen, Samit, continues her lavish life with the children she had with him. However, she has different plans regarding Samit's son from his first marriage, Jihan. The past of Malik and Nu, who are seeking to confront their mother, will unexpectedly cross with Jihan and his reluctant fiancée, Sivilai. Number 6. Leila Hayat Ashk Adalat. Young Leila's life spirals into disaster when her father Hilmi marries Noor, the beautiful young woman who once cared for Leila's late mother. Blinded by love, Hilmi doesn't see the torment Leila's new stepmother inflicts on her, turning their home into a living nightmare. Tragically, Hilmi realizes too late that Noor is not who she seems, paying for his mistakes with his life. Left homeless and alone, Leila swears revenge on the women who destroyed her family and stole her life. Number 5. Bir Geje Masali. Mahir, whose father was assassinated in the city of Denizli by Khurshid Kilimchi, returns 20 years later as a police inspector, determined to avenge his father's death. On his first day back, he has a fateful encounter with a mesmerizing girl named Jan Fiza, the daughter of Khurshid, and instantly falls in love. As Mahir searches for this mysterious woman, he also keeps a close watch on Khurshid, waiting for him to slip up. Mahir realizes his chance will come at the wedding of Khurshid's daughter, but what he doesn't know is that this event will change his life forever, marking the beginning of a night filled with unexpected twists. Number 4. Kizil Gonja. Kizil Gonjala tells the poignant story of Maryam, married off at 14 in an Islamic sect and now battling bravely to prevent her daughter Zainab from suffering the same fate as the bride of Sheikh's grandson. Guided by her sister-in-law, a former sect member, they realize they must flee to save Zainab from the sect's powerful clutches. Fearfully hiding her plans from her cruel husband, Mariam must first earn money as a career in the home of a secular psychiatrist. Levant, who agrees to help her. Despite their clashing religious and progressive beliefs, Mariam and Levant are drawn together emotionally, but the turmoil in their lives deepens as the identity of his daughter is revealed. Number 3. Sakla Bini. Mete and Naz, born into affluent and influential families, are bound together by a promise made during their childhood. This promise stems from a tragic incident where Naz's innocence was compromised and Mete's family offered unwavering support. As they grow older, their relationship becomes a roller coaster of heated arguments and passionate reconciliations. Mete, deeply committed to keeping the childhood promise, returns from studying abroad to marry Naz. However, fate intervenes when he crosses paths with Angela, Na's loyal servant. Angela, who has found a family within Na's household after a troubled past, accidentally becomes a pivotal figure in the upholding drama. Number 2. Hadutsu Sevda. Hadutsu Sevda is the story of Halil Ibrahim Karasu, who returns to the Black Sea village of his birth. Halil was forced to flee when he was just 5 years old after his father was murdered by the local crime boss Rizwan Lito. 20 years later, Halil came close to marry his childhood sweetheart, Yasmin, but when Rizwan's son murders Yasmin, his mission takes on a whole new direction. Halil becomes a one-man army with the sole purpose of destroying Rizwan Lito. Halil gains some unexpected allies as he works his way through Rizwan's criminal operations, including Rizwan's daughter Zainab. Zainab wants to move on from the illegitimate life, and once she learns the truth about what her family did to Halil, she has no choice but to help him. Number 1. Bir Sevdadir. In the southeast region of Turkey, 17-year-old Yashil is raped by her uncle's son and becomes pregnant. As she is about to marry the man who rapes her, Asen, who is serving in the region, kidnaps her from her wedding. However, the groom and his family pursue the fugitives, and the bride and the soldier are captured. The groom kills Ersan, and Yashil kills the groom. Yashil goes to prison and grows up there with her two children, and boy and a girl. When Yashil is released, he wants to ensure the safety of her children. Knowing that Tufan will not spare the tribe's blood, Yashil devises a plan. Upon her release, she will approach Ersan's family and claim that Ersan is the father of her children. If you like our video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos like this.